Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF race of the day for Sunday, February the 16th, race number 7 at Santa Anita. It is the Grade 3 Sweet Life Stakes for 3-year-old fillies going 5.5 furlongs on the turf. As we take a look at this field, I want to remind you that you can download free Formulator past performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at DRF.com. Access them, handicap along with us. The number 6, Laura's Lite, Mike, 6-5 on the morning line. Understandable. This horse just won the Blue Norther Stakes as the favorite, but she's cutting all the way back from a mile to 5.5. How's that going to affect her?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I guess that's the big question of the race, because I think it's pretty easy to look at her and say she's the best horse in the race. Will she handle the cutback?
Let's see how Timeform US has her on the pace projector. She will be Chicklet number 6, and they have her any position sitting third. She has won from off the pace in the past. That was her career debut over Synthetic. The Blue Norther was won on the lead. A good trip is likely coming. The number 1 in here is Florentine Diamond, and Florentine Diamond's career debut came on dirt at Los Alamitos. It was a successful debut, not so successful first time on turf against fellow Calbreds. We'll watch that race right now. This horse was on the paces in between horses in the red cap, gets a little bit drifty in the stretch and finishes third. Beyer improved to a 66. I think she's going to be tried to be hustled out of there from this inside post to try to get forward, but this is a very tough spot.
Yeah, it feels tough to me too, Dan. And listen, she did run terrible in here, but it's not an effort that makes you think she's going to come back and win a graded stakes race at her next start. She got clear on the lead. She was no match in the stretch.
Blue Sky Baby's lone win came in her career debut, going 5.5 furlongs at Santa Anita. After that, Phil D'Amato tried to stretch her out twice. The first was in the aforementioned Blue Norther, where Laura's Lite was able to get to the lead. Blue Sky Baby was in closest attendance to Laura's Lite, and to me, I thought she just got really tired at the end of that race and may not have wanted the mile. They tried a mile again. She went to the front. She tired again. The turnback is going to work for her if she doesn't get out sprinted.
Yeah, correct. I actually like this horse cutting back, and just because it does feel like she didn't really want the mile. Maybe going shorter will help her improve her game a little bit. Her debut wasn't bad. She was very game to win that race.
I won't sleep on the 3 Orchidea's Biz. I know her only turf start resulted in a 54 Beyer speed figure, but let's watch it right now. It was an authoritative victory down towards the inside. Once she's asked for some run right here, she just spurts away from this field, and she's a little bit green with her lead changes, as can be expected with the 2-year-old filly. But she won this race, I thought, much easier than the running line looks, and she came back to run some decent races against better horses on dirt. Turf sprinting, I think, is what she wants to do. I like the way she was striding out at the end of that race.
Me too. I really like that performance from her. And the other thing that I think we didn't show on the replay, you saw how easily she won. I mean, she was dueling the pace right from the start. She had 2 horses right to her outside until they got to the stretch, and she just left those horses. She was really good in her early turf race.
Shines Her Light made her North American debut for John Sadler, and I like the agility she showed in that race. She didn't break very well, but she recovered soon enough to be in between horses, and then she grabbed the pocket entering the turn. Now we turn into the stretch. She's angled to the 3 path, and she's going to run by these horses professionally. This is a nice effort, especially considering it was her first start off of the layoff. 5.5 furlongs, I think, is good for her. She might eventually get 6.5 down the road. But for her, if she can get out of the gate and stay within attendance, I think she can fire home with a big late kick.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought she ran really well in that race we just watched, because as you mentioned, she didn't break sharp at all, and she made a strong run through the turn down on the inside just to get up to the leaders. And then she won very easily. The horse that got second to her came from way out of it to be second. This horse really ran first time out over here.
I'm going to try to give Lighthouse a mulligan for her last race, a $375,000 daughter of Mizzen Mast. They tried boys in her career debut. She was bet down to odds on. She didn't break. She rushed. She tired. Her second start, she made a nice, easy lead, and she was able to win. It was a solid race. I was looking forward to see what she did in the Blue Norther, and to be honest, she did nothing in the Blue Norther. She tracked in between horses, and she had no pop in the lane. Maybe a mile at this point in her career is too far. They're cutting her back to a distance where I think she'll be fine. And I like that Simon Callahan's really trying to put some speed into these works. 5 furlongs, 58 and change on January the 26th. Maybe Lighthouse doesn't get outrun early here and can stay close. I think her turf sprint was okay.
I do too. I feel like she's the kind of filly who could really improve in this race, because I think that's what she did from start 1 to start 2. She looked like almost a totally different horse than her second start. Way more professional, a lot more speed. Obviously won pretty easily. That I like her cutting back in this race.
Laura's Lite, the 6, has the Figs. The 83 went second in the Jimmy Durante behind a pretty good filly in Alms. And then last time out, the Blue Norther, where she was just able to make the lead and had too much speed for them. She backed down the pace on the backstretch while uncontested. We'll see Blue Sky Baby falter and eventually finish third in here. But Laura's Lite won this race very handily, and we'll see if she can do it cutting back, because this is a big turn back in distance.
Yeah, I mean, that's the real question, especially at a short price. I mean, they got her 6-5 on the line. Cutting back in turf from turf routes to turf sprints is not an easy thing to do. Maybe she's just the best horse and it won't matter to her, but I'd be willing to take a small shot against her.
Both the 7 and the 8 trying turf for the first time. The 7 is Road Runner's Honor, a $100,000 Daughter of Honor code, who's 2 for 17 with first-time turf runners. Too early to tell how the honor codes will do on the turf. The dam was unraced. The second dam won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. This filly's taken on some decent company on the dirt. I don't know if there's enough turf for my liking.
Yeah, I didn't see any pedigree to get me interested, and she's just going to have to find a way to improve on the grass.
Spitefulness, the 8, has run some decent tries on synthetic. If you believe that the synthetic form will successfully transfer to turf, you might want to upgrade her a little bit. Palace Malice, the young stallion, 3 for 34 with first-time turf runners. The dam was 0 for 2 on the turf, but the dam was also a graded stakes winner on the dirt. So I wonder again if A, this filly wants a little bit more distance to work with, and B, might want main track, but probably synthetic.
Yeah, I mean, I know she's got some speed. They've tried her in several stakes races. It hasn't really worked out. I know they think highly of her. I just didn't really see it, Dan. She's too slow right now.
Let's take a look at our top picks in the Grade 3 Sweet Life Stakes. You have Laura's Lite, you have Lighthouse, you have Shines Her Light. There's your natural trifecta for a lot of folks. For me, it's 5, 6, 4, and 2. I want to see Lighthouse get back to her good Delmar form, turning back in distance. She's a square price on the morning line. And Mike Shines Her Light, the 4, I also would have to use. I liked everything she did in her North American debut.
Yeah, me too. I thought she ran really well in that race. I'll give her a chance to come right back and back that race up. I thought long and hard about the 3, Dan. I really liked that only turf race, even though it came back a little bit slow.
The Sunday race of the day, the Grade 3 Sweet Life, has an approximate post time of 3:30 Pacific. Good luck.